Welcome, and it is Grill a Vicar time, and the wonderful Reverend Mark Potter has agreed to be grilled for this special video. Allsorts Holiday Club couldn't go on this year, but we are pleased to provide a few little snippets of fun for you. And we just really were quite intrigued about vicars, so we thought, let's grill one. So here we go, Mark. I hope you've got some good answers to these questions.
I probably haven't.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Well, I might do. I might surprise myself.
So, number one, have you always wanted to be a vicar?
Yes, when I was born, I thought, before my first words, I thought, I'd like to... No, I haven't. Basically, when I was a child, growing up, when I was about 7 or 8, I wanted to be an actor. And actually, through my childhood, I did quite a lot of acting and entered lots of drama competitions and did quite well at them. Had medals in my drawer from those, which was great. And then I kind of went off that and liked the idea of being a barrister. So I kind of entertained that idea for about 30 seconds. And it just kind of... Yeah, I just had this sense of, throughout my life, there were little hints towards going into being a vicar. And even when I was a teenager, my friends were saying things as blunt as, you should be a vicar. And then when I was going through my life, I had people sort of said things to me which they thought they'd heard from God, and they had. And they said, oh, this is something for your life. And sometimes that was a bit annoying, because actually, at one stage, I wanted to be a drummer. Well, I am a drummer, but I wanted to be a professional musician. So I spent a lot of time drumming and a lot of time gigging and going to London and going around the country, playing drums and stuff. And so the idea that God wanted to interrupt that plan was actually a bit annoying, because I'd had my life sort of planned out and God wanted me to do something different, which actually I genuinely found annoying, mainly because I knew it was true, so I couldn't really get around it.
So what made you realise this is true? Drumming I can carry on, but I am going to be a vicar.
I think I knew deep down in my heart what gifts and skills and calling God had placed on my life. And then when somebody who didn't know me and just had a particular picture from God for me, gave that to me, that just confirmed what I already knew. So that was annoying. That was kind of like, oh, what, God? What are you doing? Don't you understand? I'm going to be a drummer anyway. So but it was really gentle and really gradual. It took a long time, and I'm quite fairly old now, but it took a long time to kind of get into this place of actually going for it, and God is gentle like that. I think that's the thing, actually. God is really gentle and really loving, and even when we make a complete hash of it, he just guides us gently in the right direction, which is awesome.
And obviously you are a vicar. I mean, you're not now reluctant vicar, you're someone who loves being a vicar, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I am. And in fact, because I used to be a school teacher. And I had at my last school, where I was an assistant head teacher at my last school, and a child asked me what my perfect job, what my favourite job would be. And I kind of went through, would it be a footballer? Because I love football as well. Would it be this, that, or the other? And actually, I knew that the answer would be to be a vicar, to be a priest, and to be able to do that as a full-time thing was the perfect job. So I'm definitely not a reluctant vicar.
That's amazing. So if any of you out there think, oh, maybe I could be a vicar, we know who to go to. Go and chat to Mark, because he knows what's what about being reluctant or not sure. He knows.
Yeah.
So that leads me into another question, though, because vicars, they're a little bit of a mystery sometimes. I'd like to know, what movies do you love as a vicar here? What movies, Mark, do you love?
I love lots of movies, and some movies particularly, I think, for the Holiday Club guys, I think they would really enjoy. So I love I love Star Wars. I love most of the Star Wars films. I've been passionate about Star Wars for my whole life. Star Wars, yes, awesome crochet Star Wars stuff.
I
Like
know.
Yoda, a stormtrooper,
Yoda, Stormtrooper,
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan. Look at this. This is amazing.
That's awesome.
Toby Wood created these for me. Amazing.
Well done, Toby. That's awesome. Yeah, so I love Star Wars. I suppose in terms of like films that the Holiday Club kids would enjoy, I quite like Shrek. I quite like Toy Story. Those kind of films, which I've introduced to my children, and they watch them. Well, particularly Shrek, they watch all the time, and I'm now like, I've seen Shrek too many times now. But Star Wars I love, and particularly The Empire Strikes Back. I love that film. That's my favourite Star Wars film. I think it's a lot of people's favourite Star Wars film, but I love that. So yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so Vicars can watch movies, just in case you were worried that they didn't do that. They are able to do that.
Definitely.
And so I've got comparisons. I've got some things that I'd like you to pick between one or the other, depending on what you think is the coolest, the best thing. So we're going to go for it, and you're going to say one or the other.
Okay.
And those of you watching the video, you can join in as well. Let's see what you think is best. So number one, which would you prefer, football or rugby?
Football. Easy.
What about pizza or curry?
Oh, that's harder. Yeah, that's difficult. I think curry. Although, as I'm saying it, I really fancy a pizza. But no, I think curry overall. I do love my curries, and there's so many of them. So yeah.
Okay, what about between swimming or cycling?
That's quite hard. I think swimming, just about swimming, yeah.
Brilliant. Cake or crisps?
Crisps. Who eats cake?
No, I'm a cake girl, all the way. Cake.
So my wife Charlotte makes amazing cakes, but I don't eat cake. So I watch these cakes existing. But I like pastries, but no crisps. I love savoury. I love salts. Yeah, potatoes, salt, crisps, amazing.
Okay, 3 more. Dogs or cats?
Yeah. Is the cat a tiger?
No.
Okay.
No.
In which case, dogs.
Okay. TV or reading?
That's hard. That is hard. I want to say reading, but I don't. That's just a little bit silly because I think I really enjoy TV, and I really enjoy like box sets, watching like really good TV series and stuff. So it depends. I suppose I love both of them, but maybe I'm going to be honest and say TV. TV.
Okay, and finally, as it's a holiday time, would you rather go camping or stay at home and have fun at home?
I'd rather be in a tent in the wet, freezing cold, having to walk to the shower outside, or stay at home. That's a hard one. I think stay at home.
No! We love camping. Camping is gorgeous, but no, fair enough. Fair enough.
If somebody could set a nice teepee up for me, already done, and it had like a log fire inside and a fridge and stuff, then yeah, I'd do that. Perfect.
Well, final question then. What is your favourite Bible story and why? Because we would love, as part of our All Sorts videos, to have a few little stories as we normally would have done at the club. So what's your favourite Bible story?
Cool. Well, there's loads, but the one that I think of, and the one that I just really love, and I think it probably is my favourite one actually in lots of ways, but there was a crowd of people. Jesus was travelling through a crowd, and it was really, really busy, and he had his followers with him, so he had his disciples with him, and there was a lady there who had a problem with bleeding and stuff like that for years and years and years and years. So she was really suffering for many, many years, and obviously pretty unhappy about it. But she saw Jesus, and she just thought, well, if I can touch his cloak, if I can touch the hem of his garment, so that means kind of like what he was wearing. She reached out and she touched his garment, what he was wearing, and immediately she was healed. And I just think, and Jesus says, you know, hang on, who touched me? And the disciples are like, what? Are you mad? You got crowds of people around you. There's loads of people. And Jesus said, no, somebody touched me, because he felt the power of God went out of him and actually touched this woman. So Jesus could sense that something amazing had happened. And what I love about that story is the fact that the woman didn't feel worthy really to be near Jesus, but she knew that Jesus was her only hope. And she knew that actually if she wanted to be healed, if she wanted her life changed, then Jesus was her only hope. But it doesn't stop there, because she was healed, but Jesus wanted to know who it was. And for us, actually, you know, we can sort of think, oh, I'm not worthy to go near God. I'm not worthy of him and stuff. And maybe, can I just get a little piece of God? Can I maybe just reach out to God? But actually, God turns around to us and says, I want to know you. I want to know who you are. And so whether we're little children, whether we're small children, or whether we're grown up like me or really, really old, God wants to know who we are and cares for us and loves us uniquely. So loves us for who we are, which is, it's just phenomenal. So it's all about God's love, and it's all about the fact that God wants to turn to us in a crowd and say, it was you, and yeah, I want to know you.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. And we hope that even though we're not running our holiday club, that lots and lots of you children out there will get to know that God who loves you and values you so much. And we've got lots of videos, and there are so many things all across YouTube and from different churches. There might be a church near you who actually is producing videos, and they're all about this wonderful God who loves you and who wants to know you. And do watch them. Go to All Star Kids, and I know, Mark, your children watch Superbook, don't they?
They love Superbook. Actually, Superbook's brilliant, and actually, that my kids just know so much about Jesus and so much about the Bible by watching Superbook. It is awesome, and it's really fun. It's just, yeah. So do check out. It's on YouTube there, and you can download a Superbook app and stuff. So it's really cool. Yeah.
Lots of stuff out there. We hope you have an amazing summer, and thank you so much, Mark, for being our vicar to grill. And if people have got other things they'd like to know about Mark or a vicar, do let me know. Do email in, and we would love to do another video.
Awesome.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Hello and welcome to Good News News. There's no doubt we're living in challenging times. The news is full of public gloom and personal tragedy. But let us not forget that there's one headline which has stood the test of time for 2,000 years. A news story that can bring us hope on even the gloomiest of days.
This is an urgent news flash.
Everybody scream, everybody shout. Jesus is the one we should be talking about. Everybody jump, everybody jive. Everybody celebrate, cause Jesus is alive. God lit the stars and filled the seas. God made the mountains and the trees and the bees and the fleas and my knees. Then Jesus died to make us free and rose again to reign as King forever. Everybody scream, everybody shout. Jesus is the one we should be talking about. Everybody jump, everybody jive, everybody celebrate, cause Jesus is alive. Come on, everybody scream, everybody shout. Jesus is the one we should be talking about. Everybody jump, everybody jive, everybody celebrate, cause Jesus is alive. So if you're lonely, feeling blue, Everybody jive.